Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Qais Majid, I'm 17 and today I'm going to be talking to you about youth gangs in the UK. What is a gang? In the early usage, the word gang referred to a group of workmen. In current usage, it typically denotes a criminal organization or a criminal affiliation. The word is often used as a negative connotation. Brothers, as you can see here that I've highlighted criminal. You need to understand, once you're in a gang, you're a criminal. And once you're a criminal, it can affect your life completely. Do you understand? Yes. So once you're a criminal, it's difficult to get a job. It's difficult to get a license. It's even difficult to get a card. And you need a card to do anything in life, right? What do gangs do? Some people think as gangs in the murky underworld with the mafia, transporting drugs and in the underworld and stuff like that. But in the UK, a gang means a group of teenagers involved in petty crime like selling drugs or stealing phones or other stuff like that. Maybe stabbing other individuals from other rivalry. You need to understand that if you're walking around with people that's in a gang, maybe you're just walking with them, and they're your friends, but you're not part of the gang. If someone sees you, they'll be like, oh, look at this guy, he's walking with the gang. Of course he's going to be part of the gang, right? Right? Yeah. And there's this one hadith that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, if you hang around all day with the blacksmith, what do you think you're going to smell like?
Blacksmith.
Smoke, right? Yeah. And if you hang around in a pub all day, what are you most likely going to smell like? Alcohol, yeah? So if you chill with a gang all day and you just maybe walking around with them, people think that you're part of the gang. That's why you need to stay away from these people. What benefits can we get from them? Absolutely nothing. These people will ruin your life in an instant. However, as Muslims, we need to stay away from this. Because once you're in a gang, it's literally impossible to come out. So once you're in that sort of lifestyle, you can't get out completely. There's examples of people in London who were in gangs in maybe the 1980s, and now they're in their 50s with families, but people refer to them as still being gangsters. So once you're part of it, there's no coming out completely. Influences. There are many influences of being part of a gang, such as most teenagers want to be independent and have their own identity, and they want to have their own belonging with people, maybe to be popular or hang around with the cool kids, if you understand what I'm saying. And some teenagers join gangs of being scared of other gangs, so they join them because they think the gangs are going to protect them in a way. However, as Muslims, we need to overcome this and stay away from them. Because the image that gangs are portraying for us is not good at all. And once you're part of the gang, you're already in that sort of lifestyle and there's no coming out. And this is what I think about saying. I believe that the reason why most teen gets into gang is peer pressure. Peer pressure is such a strong thing. You need to understand that. If people keep on telling you, oh, do it, of course you're going to do it eventually. I can name many times of people who have said, oh, I don't want to do this, or come on, just have one puff of the smoke or whatsoever. But eventually they do it. So you can't get away from peer pressure. It's such a strong thing. Can you play the video, please?
Can you increase the volume on the projector?
What's the volume? Oh, the volume is loud.
Alright, stop.
I get to see what it really is. I get to see what a gangbanger really is as opposed to try to act like it.
Can't hear from that in.
Here in America, they don't live, they don't see this problem, and they don't experience this violence. Have no idea how quickly they would run from it if they could just get a little smell of it. Most of these young smell like a young guy looking for a way out, wishing they could have a guy, wishing they had a father. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people overseas gang banging because they see America. You know what I'm saying? For the America is Babylon. You follow Babylon. Everybody know not to follow that one. I see with the gangsters, I see with the thugs, I see with the pimps and all that stuff. They end up dead, they end up in jail, they end up in prison.
Go put on museum, the Moroccan channel, watch the Moroccan rappers. Go look at the Muslim kids running around Dubai trying to act like they're too fun.
And these kids walking around, they got Scarface this, Scarface that, and clothes in their hat. And that's how you want to live. You know, like, it doesn't make any sense to practice that. You're a living man. You know what I mean? Like, that's not your reality. Like, we're trying to get some of what they have. And then them leaving that for what they think we have, because they think what we have is better. Like, I'll be trying to be on your team, but you're trying to be on the team of the people that I'm trying to get away from. And you're walking around saying you're gangster. You haven't even seen a gun. If you go to the bank, you have a security guard. You have a 50-year-old rifle with no bullet. You know, that's the only exposure you even have the gun. You think, I'm a gangster, I'm this, I'm do this, shoot this guy. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. The thing about rap music, if there's one thing that's common throughout your entire life of hip-hop, there's one thing that's you're going to get. And that is completely wrong. Do not lose your identity.
There's no better identity to be than a Muslim.
But the Muslims, man, they want to take our example. Don't lose who you are. And most importantly, who you are is a Muslim.
Okay. In the video, these guys from America are talking about how they've been in that sort of life, the gang life. And they're saying, this one guy said that if someone from the UK or Saudi Arabia, Muslims, even had a smell of what real gang life was in places like that, where people are getting murdered every day, they'll run away from it. And you need to understand that these people are telling you that you need to stay away from this life completely, because it's not who you really are. None of you are gangsters, and you need to understand that these people live in this. All of you have all these opportunities in this country to become whatever you want, and and some of you choose to become gangsters. What is the point? There's no point of it. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, it doesn't.
Music and gangs. In the UK, a lot of you heard about grime and drill music. This music is glorifying drugs, gangs, women, and all sort of nonsense, and we still listen to it. I know examples of some Muslims that listen to music on a daily basis. You probably think that music isn't destroying you, and it's just lyrics, and what these guys are talking about is nonsense, right? But it's inside you, it's destroying you. You think that, talking about drugs, killing, all of this, joining gangs, it's normal, it's part of your life, it's a norm. But it's really not. And as you carry on listening to this type of stuff, it's just bad and it's ruining you internally. How it affects a Muslim youth. The youth can have friends that can be Muslims and non-Muslims, and they start getting influences by their habits. So some of your friends will start smoking and whatsoever, and they turn into habits. And your friends, your apparently friends, will try to bring you into this type of life, and it completely destroys you. And the word Islam, what's the first thing, if you ask someone who's not Muslim, when they hear about Islam, what's the first thing they hear, Majid? Terrorist. So we need to change this, but instead of going away from gangs and stuff like that, we need to portray Islam as peace, as the best religion in the world. Alright, I've got a little quiz. Can any of you guys name this rap? 6-7, right? Who are these guys?
Blanco.
Huh?
Blanco.
And who's this?
Jehas.
You know their names, right? Okay. What do you think all these guys have in common?
Rappers.
Huh?
All rappers.
Huh?
They're all in gangs.
They're all in gangs and they're rappers. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of you might not believe these, but nearly more than 50% of these rappers are Muslims. Did you know that?
No,
No, you didn't. Some of them are Muslims.
I knew that.
man, like
Look, I knew that. They're all Muslims, and these people, some of you look up to them as your role model. What is the point? These guys glorify drugs, gangs, killing people, and you listen to these, and some of you think of them as role model. this one rapper called J Hus. I'm gonna repeat some of the lyrics that he said in one of his songs. I got rushed last week the same day I let my ting go. That means that he's here for a real reason, because he never got hit and he's still breathing. Shots will get sent from the car. I'll let my ting go, then repent to Allah. He's talking about someone, him with a gun, and he's trying to chase someone down, and he's saying that he's trying to repent to Allah for this. Long time, I ain't been Jummah. He hasn't been to the Friday prayer for a long time. Out here, chasing this mullah. So he's saying himself that he's, instead of going to the Friday prayer, he's going to be grinding and trying to get some money. One day I'll leave this whole life and practice Islam, because the music and the trap is haram, no more straps in the palm. He's saying that he wants to leave all this music and this haram life to practice Islam. But he's already in it and he's trying to get out, but he can't. It's already part of his lifestyle. Do you understand? Yeah. His mom's crying. He keeps telling her to stay calm, even though his son got gripped by the shaitan. He's saying to you that he's already in that life. Shaitan's already got him. He doesn't know how to get out. So once you're in this life, there's no coming out. Thank you for listening. Any questions?